Subscribe to ABN Media Network and become part of our family and learn so many new things.
The Wise Bride Part 1. The proposal had come through a matchmaker and, so Rameen's family knew little about Faik's family beyond a few basic details. It was the first time Faik's parents and younger sister had come to Rameen's house. The initial meeting was limited to polite introductions and casual conversation, most of which took place between Rameen's father and Faik's father. Fortunately, both men shared the same political views, which helped them quickly break the ice. After a long discussion about current affairs, they enjoyed tea and then took their leave with polite farewells. Hara, Rameen's mother, felt quite disappointed that the meeting had ended without any clear outcome. In times like these, even serving tea felt as expensive as hosting a full meal a few years ago. They didn't even talk openly about the proposal, she complained. The boy's mother sat there as if she'd swallowed her tongue. I was the one asking questions about the boy. Even when Rameen came in with tea, she didn't show any interest or ask her anything. Hara was clearly annoyed by the woman's quiet nature. Her younger daughter was the complete opposite, Rameen said, rolling her eyes. She talked so much I barely got a word in. She asked enough questions for both her and her mother. Oh, that's just a child, Hara replied. She said she's in college, second year, right? Yes, second year, Rameen confirmed. Well, you can't judge anything from a second-year student's behavior. The real decision lies with the parents. Yes, with the father perhaps, Hara muttered. He seemed sensible enough, but the mother, she looked sly and cold, too quiet for my liking. Hara had her own way of labeling people. Oh come on, Begum, Rameen's father said, finally putting down his newspaper. It was just the first meeting, and you're already drawing conclusions. Even on election day, we don't get the final results from a single polling station this fast. This is marriage we're talking about, not politics. He shook his head and retreated to another room with his paper. Hara had been in such a state of preparation all day that he hadn't even managed to read the morning edition properly. Frustrated by her husband's indifference, Hara turned back to her daughter. The boy's mother was a retired teacher, but she seemed dull and lifeless. Even her clothes were so plain. I bet she's one of those strict, uptight types who make terrible mothers-in-law. Please, Mom, Rameen interrupted, half laughing, half exasperated. It was just their first visit. You didn't take other proposals this seriously on the first meeting either. Relax, I'm not her daughter-in-law yet, and she's not my mother-in-law. If things move forward, then we'll think about all this. She tried to gently calm her mother down, then called out to her sister, Afshan. Bring the Shami kebabs, please, and grab a cold drink from the fridge on your way. Soon Afshan returned with kebabs and soda, and their younger sister, Narmeen, followed with chicken rolls, chana chaat, and dahi beret. Rameen, get me a kebab and a roll with some ketchup too, Hara said. You know I never eat properly when guests are here. Rameen sighed in relief, at least now her mother was distracted. Rameen was the eldest of 3 sisters. After finishing her studies, she wanted to work, but like many traditional parents, her mother and father wanted to see her married as soon as possible. The search for a suitable match hadn't gone on too long yet, but Rameen was already growing weary of the process. She wasn't extraordinarily beautiful, but her personality was graceful and pleasant. She managed household duties well, held a decent degree, and carried herself with quiet confidence. Yet, her modest middle-class background often overshadowed her other strengths. Their home was simple. No expensive furniture or luxury items, but every corner reflected tidiness, taste, and care. The family shared a strong bond of affection and understanding. For Rameen, this home was her little paradise on earth. And like every girl, she knew the time was coming when she would have to leave it. The thought filled her with quiet fear, and her mother's constant talk about proposals only added to her anxiety. Hara herself had never faced the challenges of a big or difficult in-law household, but she worried endlessly about her daughter's future.